welcome. Yes, you are. Great guest here tonight. Oh, I am so excited. My heart's beating faster than an Olympic skater on her granddad's medicine. Yeah, that's Kamila Valieva, the Russian skater who failed a drugs test. She was aiming for gold, but unfortunately, her urine came out this colour. I mean, as a nation, we're shocked, right? You know what I mean? A skater, an ice skater taking drugs, it would never happen here, would it? Oh, Bez. Talking of TV talent shows, our music guest tonight has just won The Masked Singer. Do you watch the final? Do you watch the final? Yeah. I thought the viewing figure was quite high, but apparently not. No, it was great fun. I love the way singing a mask helps you lose your inhibitions, your self-consciousness, your dignity. That's football star Michael Owen as Donuts. He had a best before date of week 1. And can we see Mushroom there? Oh, yeah, there. Now, that is Charlotte Church. Do you see? That's Charlotte Church. Now, security was so tight, not even she knew who her fellow stars were. Mind you, she's a mushroom. She's meant to be kept in the dark. No, don't. But hey, they've already started work on the next series of The Masked Singer, and a little exclusive here. Word is the first celebrity they've booked is Badger. Yeah. It's perfect casting because they've chosen someone who's a bit slow, likes to avoid people, but who's great at digging themselves out of a hole. So, let's get some guests on! Later, we'll be talking to Magic Mike himself, Hollywood star Channing Tatum. And we'll have music from the newly crowned Masked Singer, Aussie pop star Natalie Imbruglia. But first, it's top comic writer and podcaster, Rob Beckett is here. Oh, yeah. He's a South African dance champ who's taken Strictly by storm. It's Johanna Sodibe! Woo! She's an actor, author, comedian, and one of our favourite people. It's Dawn French! Yay! And he's the star of The Social Network, Hacksaw Ridge, and Spider-Man, now Oscar-nominated for his role in Tick, Tick, Boom. It's Andrew Garfield! Welcome all. Lovely to see you all. Listen, we must... Andrew Garfield, I was just saying back to how great Oscar-nominated. Well done. How posh is that? Thank you. And we've got to address the elephant in the room. Johanna, do you know you have 2 hats on?
I do.
They're both lovely. They're both lovely.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
If it slipped down, you could be in The Masked Singer.
The hat.
Yeah. Thought I was being edgy with a little bit of red in me socks.
I have to say that you two dancing together, that was one of the highlights of last year for me. It brought so much joy, didn't it? Yeah. And it was like a proper game-changing moment where we all went, yes, of course 2 guys should be dancing together. And of course, they should be being pretty wholesome one week, pretty sexy the next week, pretty funny the next week, like any other couple dancing. Yeah. It was just so completely joyful and so wonderful. I thank you so much, Brit.
Thank you. Thank you.
And, have you been approached, Rob?
Yeah, I have been asked to do Strictly. I think I'll do it when Lou leaves me. I think I would insist on a same-sex partnership, though, just so that there's no temptation. Who knows? But I think I'd rather dance with you if that's all right.
Oh, well, and what about me? How am I going to feel in return?
Have you been approached?
You know what? It's hard to confess this. I would love to do Strictly. I would absolutely. Oh. It's on the bucket list. It's really...
Oh, well, thank you. I'll do it.
It would be so much. If I win the Oscar,
which you are,
then I'll come and do it. How's that?
Hey. Do we know any Oscar voters?
You're saying that as if Johannes can make that happen.
Oh, Dawn, I don't think they're going to turn him down. Oh, I see what you mean. He's going to make the Oscar happen.
Yeah, if I win it, Johannes.
Yeah. Well, of course, tonight, Johannes is wearing 2 hats.
Yeah. And there's a rich history of Oscar winners that have done it.
Oh, dear. Right, let's start with our big film of the week. Andrew Garfield brings us Tick, Tick, Boom. It's available now on Netflix and, as we said, Oscar-nominated for your role as Jonathan Larson. So, tell us something about Jonathan and tell us about this extraordinary musical.
Well, Jonathan Larson, some people may know, he was a musical theatre writer. He kind of revolutionised the musical theatre medium by combining rock music with musical theatre for the first time in the 90s with his opus, Rent. And that was the last and great musical that he wrote and left the world with, because he passed away at the age of 35 on the night of the first preview of Rent off-Broadway, not long after this photo was taken, actually. But he had this... He was haunted by his talent. He was haunted by his music. And what I love about this film is it's a film about rejection and failure and getting up and doing what you feel your calling is anyway. And, you know, he was the kind of person that would, you know, sequester someone's friend in the middle of a party and, like, sing them Rent a cappella for 3 hours and, like, force them to listen to this musical that hadn't yet been made.
Sounds like a legend, but I don't think we'd have got on at a part.
That does sound like people rejected him.
How do you look so much like him? Like that photo?
Well, there is the energy. Like, he was someone that was always turned up to an elect... Thank you, Dawn. That's very sweet of you to say. But, like, he does feel like a long-lost brother. It's a weird one. Like, I know that we as actors, we get to occasionally step into a character that feels like, oh, gosh, I knew this person in another life, or this feels like a part of me that I've never explored. But for me, it was like I was being reunited with, like, a long-lost older brother. And it really did feel that way, yeah. And we're both Jews.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Great.
Let's watch a clip from Tick, Tick, Boom. This is you, as Jonathan Larson, singing Boho Days.
Revolving door roommates, prick up your ears. 14 people in just 4 years. Anna, Max, and Jonathan, and Carolyn, and Carrie. David, Tim was just a guest from June to January. Margaret, Lisa, David, Susan, Stephen, Joe, and Sam. And Elsa, the bill collector's dream, who still is on the lam. Don't forget the neighbors, Michelle and Gay. More like a family than a family. Hey. The time is flying, and everything is dying. I thought by now I'd have a dog, a kid, and wife. The ship is sort of sinking. So let's start drinking before we start thinking. This is the life. This is the life. Bo, 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 bo. This is the life. Bo, 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 bo. This is the life. Bo, 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 bo. Bohemia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bohemia. One more time. Bohemia. Bo, 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 bo.
I mean, it is amazing to watch that, thinking that before this you were a non-singer. I mean, Lin-Manuel was on here, and he was talking about, you know, being so impressed by your singing. So, weird to take a chance on someone who... I mean, did you say you couldn't sing, or did you say I don't know?
Well, so the reason why I'm Oscar-nominated for this role is because of a friend who lied on my behalf. And his name is Greg Miele, and he's a massage therapist in New York. He works on all of, like, Broadway dancers and singers in New York City, and he's one of my best friends in the world. So Lynn was getting massaged one day on the table, and he asks Greg, he says, hey, I have a thing that I want to make, and I might want Andrew to do it, but can he sing? And Greg just immediately, without missing a beat, just said, oh, my God, he has the voice. Is Natalie Imbruglia meets Jennifer Hudson meets, you know, Ariana Grande and Aretha Franklin. And Lynn's like, that seems excessive, but sure. And, you know, the massage ends, and Greg immediately calls me and says, hey, buddy, can you sing? And he's like, because you have to be able to sing, because now my reputation is on the line. But we all need friends who can lie for us. And now, so it's Greg Miele's lies that has led to this Oscar nomination, which is kind of an amazing thing, I think.
And, of course, not the only star of a film musical here tonight, Rob Beckett. You starred
Come on,
You started with Camilla Cabello,
yeah.
Cinderella.
Yeah, I was in the Cinderella film that came out last year. Come on, he's up for an Oscar and I played a pervert. My daughters were so excited because I was in a Cinderella Disney thing. They love all that. And then they found out that Dad's playing the pervert. Trying to get off with Camilla Cabello. The main problem was, when I read the script, they said that he had a limp, this bloke. He was pretending to be a war hero, so he had a walking stick and a limp. And I was like, I've done bits of acting, but I didn't know how you do a limp. That's not like do you know what I mean? It's accents first.
Wow, the bar was set very low here.
You've probably been to acting school, haven't you? Did they do limp the first term?
A whole year of limp acting.
So I didn't know. But then when I was getting the costume fitted, the bloke in there went to me. I was saying, I don't know how to do a limp here. I don't know what. I think I got a bit obsessed on the limp. I didn't think I needed to be. He said though, the trick is if you get a stone and put it in your shoe. Nodding. Oscar-nominated nodding. Go, Garfield. My man Garfield with a limp. Go on. So, what you do is you put a stone in, and then you've always got the exact same limp, because you're literally giving yourself a limp because it's in the same position, so it'll be consistent, because that's the key to acting, as we know, Andrew. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you do a take and you've got it in that hand, don't switch hands or it ruins it, doesn't it? No? I thought, OK, don't worry. You'll get it. When you win an Oscar, they'll probably tell you all this.
This took me a year to figure all the stuff you figured out in, like, one day.
I know, yeah, I'm a very quick learner, so watch yourself. So I had the stone in, but when I get there and I speak to the director, I was like, yeah, the limp's sorted, don't worry, it's all good. And she went, oh, he doesn't actually have a limp, he's lying about his injury, so the limp needs to be inconsistent.
No!
Yeah, no, indeed, Dawn Fred. So now, I've got a consistent limp. So now, my acting, I'm doing about 8 different acting jobs here. So I've got the pervert role going on concurrently. I've got the stone in my shoe, so now I'm having to try and act like I haven't got a limp, even though I have got a limp. So I made it much harder for me. And the worst part is, all of this, you never see me walk.
Never seen you all. Andrew Garfield, we must mention, not just this film and an Oscar nomination, you also appeared in now what is one of the biggest films of all time, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Everyone loves it. Everyone loves Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, I went to see it in the cinema, and when you guys appeared, the cheer was amazing.
Yeah.
You saw it in the cinema, but you went to see it.
It's so cool. Yeah, I mean, it's so. I finished playing. I'm far too old to be playing Spider-Man now, but they asked me back, and it's the sweetest thing ever. Because I put that to bed. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm done. That's lovely. And Tom Holland is just the best. So I just kind of became a fan again. And then they asked me to do it, and Toby was doing it. I was like, wow, it's Toby. I've got to do it if Toby's doing it. It's fine.
And at least you weren't the oldest.
Exactly. But he's my Spider-Man, so it's like, I would practice his lines in the mirror when I was at drama school. Like, I was very high at the time. But my friend Terry McGuinness, he would crack up and he would look at me like, yeah, you'll never play Spider-Man, Andy. And then here we are. And but me and Toby, we became friends, and we snuck in to a theatre in Los Angeles on the opening weekend, and we were just two, middle-aged white guys in baseball hats and masks, and we just kind of, absorbed them. It was, special things in the middle of a pandemic as well.
And it's one of those things, I mean, when you've had a big success in a role like that, going back to it, did it feel like a high-risk thing to do?
Yeah, it was a stupid idea. It was a really, really scary thing to attempt, yeah. Especially just the costume. Oh, God. 38-year-old man in a spandex,
They are unforgiving, those costumes.
Yeah, they are. Intimidating, very intimidating.
Because in terms of going back, Dawn, you must have so much pressure. I know you do. People want French and Saunders to come back.
Yes.
Yeah. See, there it is. There's the pressure.
We do.
Because I know you are doing a thing for Comic Relief next week. Or is that a secret?
We are, yes. I can't tell you exactly what, but Jennifer and I are actually teaming up to do something for Comic Relief, yeah. But, you know, we've never gone anywhere. We're still great friends. We do a podcast together and so on. And I just think the time for the sketch show was over, although there are moments. I even have people calling me up, mates calling me up and saying, Line of Duty, come on, begging for it. You know, or Killing Eve or something like that, you know. And I have sat in a room with Jennifer and go, yeah, you know, you be Eve, I'll be killing. So we have that fun anyway. We're like kids anyway when we get together and we you know, we do muck about the Crown. Come on. That's begging for it. No, we're no plans at the moment.
OK.
We did decide that if we want to do a sitcom again, and we have talked about that, it would need to have loose trousers, be near where we live, have lots of chocolate, obviously, all the time, no wigs. You know, so we're looking at life in that way. We're at that part of our dream, where it has to be comfortable and close.
Yes, I so hear you. But I like that when you went your separate ways and you started doing your own things, I like how you talk quite frankly about how jealous you were.
Yeah.
And were you surprised at kind of the jealousy you felt?
I didn't know that she was talented at all. So when we... You know, I went off, actually, to adopt my daughter. She covered for me by doing Absolutely Fabulous. But when she won... I think she won many BAFTAs for it, but she won some big award for it. And I remember sending her some flowers because you have a cocktail of emotions, don't you, for someone you love? It's kind of love, hate, love, hate. And so I just sent her a big bunch of flowers that just said, oh, well done, congratulations, you total C-word. And so, you know, it's like having a sister, isn't it? That you're furious with.
Well, all the time. Because, Johannes, I imagine on Strictly, in terms of those rivalries and stuff, it must be vicious backstage.
Yeah. The pros are vicious.
Yeah.
It's not the celebrities. The celebrities just wants to dance.
They're up to other stuff.
No, you better come through. No, but it's the professionals.
But also, is there a kind of rivalry with the professionals about which celebrity they're going to get?
Well, absolutely. Well, no, you want somebody that can move and walk in heels. You know, that's the first thing, and we check. We suss the situation out as they walk into the room, and we go on Instagram and check who they are. If you don't,
No, that does make me laugh because so many of the dancers aren't from this. You know, you're not from this country. So how the fuck you're going to know who they are? We barely know who they are. You're going, oh, I'm so happy.
Whoever you are.
I can't take you anywhere, Graham. No, but it's true.
I can't remember the dancer's name, but Greg Wise came in on a horse, and you could see her thinking, is it the horse? He can move.
Might have had more of a chance, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. And, Andrew, now you've had great success in a musical film.
Yeah.
Are you tempted to kind of prove yourself and do a musical on stage?
I would love to do that, yeah, but that's like thoroughbred musical theatre performers that I'm not there. Like, that I would have to really train up for another. I have to do the shoe, the foot, the...
Oh, the thing, yeah.
I have to go back and do a year of that, and there's a lot of stuff.
Well, listen, March 27th. March 27th is the Oscars. Good luck. We'll be rooting for you.
Yes.
And you can see Tick Tick Boom on Netflix now.
Who are you up against? Huh? Who are you up against?
Will Smith.
Will Smith. Oh, OK.
Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington. OK. Anyone else?
Javier Bardem.
Yeah, you know what? Just enjoy the night. No wonder he said he'll come on Strictly.
Right, let's move on to Dawn French's one-woman show. Dawn French is a huge twat. That That is what it's called. It's a UK tour, 15th of September to the 16th of October. And, I mean, when you decided to call it that, did any producers or anything go, oh, Dawn,
Yes,
sure?
they did, yes.
Oh, they did.
Even my agent said, oh, you don't have to be that cruel about yourself. And I said, no, no, no. I've decided to call it this because it's true. Sadly, it is true.
Stop that.
But I think it's true of all of us, actually, because basically it's a show where I tell stories about all the times that I have been a huge twat, and which is really frighteningly often. I mean, I realise the mistakes I've made, things I've misunderstood, you know, stupid stuff that I've done that I totally regret, when I've sent stupid emails to the person, when I've been talking about the person, and they're quite a famous person, stupid behaviour I've had with royals, you know, stuff that you do where you just kind of lose sight of yourself completely.
What was the thing you were at? Was the premiere? It was a film premiere you were at. Was it
Yeah.
Prince Charles.
Yes. Well, I did, along with Ray Winston. Ray Winston and I played Mr. and Mrs. Beaver in the Narnia films. And there was a big premiere at the Albert Hall with Prince Charles, and he came up the row, you know, meeting us all. And there's a kind of picture of me meeting Prince Charles, and I'm sort of meeting him like this, like you always do, like you, oh, there's you. And in fact, he was asking me what I did in the film, and I said, tonight, Your Royal Highness, you will see my beaver. I just smiled at him. He sort of twinkled at me and then moved on very, very quickly. Moved away. As if there was a bad smell. And there was.
I think you picked the right brother to say that, so.
OK, it's time to meet our remote guest tonight. He's the star of Foxcatcher, 21 Jump Street, and the wildly popular Magic Mike. It's Mr. Channing Tatum! Lovely to see you. Andrew Garfield's here, Dawn French, Janice Radibe, Rob Beckett. They're all here. Hello.
Hi, what's up?
You look like you're in paradise. Where are you?
Home, thankfully. I'm home, and thanks for doing it this way. But yes, I have a great backyard.
You look like you've died and gone to heaven. So, you're here to tell us about your new film, Dog, which is out in cinemas today. And this is also your directorial debut. So, tell us about Dog.
Dog is, you know, look, it's just a good little dog movie. I'm very proud of it. I made it with my buddy. It really is. I mean, look, we didn't make The Godfather. You know, we just made a good little dog movie. I lost my puppy of 11 years about 3 years ago to cancer. Lost her, you know. Basically, we took a road trip to Big Sur, where we used to go camping and adventuring. And on that trip, I had some pretty profound sort of experiences of just learning how to surrender. I couldn't keep her here any longer. And I came back, told my buddy about it, and we decided to write a story that kind of had those themes. And this is what we came up with. And it's hopefully an adventure. It's not a sad movie, by the way. It's really more emblematic of my life with Lulu than, you know, the end of my journey with her.
Yes, because I think people do go into dog movies, you know, and I've seen it, it's an emotional movie, but it's not too upsetting.
No, it's hopefully fun.
Yeah.
You know, look, I'm gonna spoil the ending because this is apparently like Marley and me really scarred some people. Like truly scarred some people. Every single person I meet just like emphatically like, I will not see this movie. You have to tell me. I'm like, you want to know the end of them? Okay, fine. Look, the dog doesn't have a horrible ending.
I got a round of applause.
Truly, like it's crazy the amount of like people just like absolutely know.
Listen, we've got a clip. This is a taste of what to expect in Dog.
She's never slept in a nice bed before.
There ain't no shame in wanting a big comfy mattress. I was hoping you might have a room for me and my little girlie.
Is that a Purple Heart? Was she wounded?
Yes, she was.
Thank you for your service.
I've never seen this dog exhibit any aggressive behavior before.
Never. She loves people. Oh my God, I can see.
Very good. Listen, we've been talking tonight about returning to hit roles, and Channing, exciting news, Magic Mike is back.
Yeah, it's going to be I mean, I don't. We're coming to London, by the way. So it's going to be set in London, and
Oh, wow.
I don't really know what to say other than, you know, I wasn't really planning on doing a third one, and then we went and made these live shows, and what we learned on the live shows really, you know, we had some of the like most premier, sickest dancers that you could possibly find in the world performing, and then what we learned along the way around men and women in this sort of space is it's really, really fun stuff. And so we decided to make a third movie, and I was like, look, two goals, and I'd say the first goal was I wanted to make like the Super Bowl of stripper movies. I wanted just to like just leave it all out there. Like I want to have like ballet stripping. I want to do it all. Like, so there doesn't ever need to be another like stripper movie ever again. And second, I wanted a really strong, equal, like female role.
Wow. And are you in rehearsals right now?
Yes, absolutely.
Have they casted it, Graham? Can you ask him if he's got the cast yet?
No, we're still casting. What's up?
Okay, I live London.
Rob, if he can hear me, he can hear you.
Can hear me? Am I talking to Channing Tatum? Sorry, I thought you was direct line. Yeah, if you've got any good parts, mate, I can limp on command. It's probably quite good for a stripper, actually, that.
Actually, well, no, Johannes could be in it, because have you studied Magic Mike?
Well, I was never allowed to. I say that because I'm looking at him now and I'm just thinking, you know, how I've had to hide. Because I fancied him so much. No, I think Channing is lovely.
May I ask something?
Yes, please do, Dawn.
Hello, Channing Tatum. I'm Dawn French. Hello, you wouldn't know me. I'm from the 80s and I'm a goer.
We like goers here at Magic Mike.
Oh, thank you. I just want to say, after these last couple of years that we've had, where we've all been locked in, it's been so dim and grim, do you feel like you should take more risks and maybe be a bit more spontaneous and just say yes to things in life without even really thinking about it? Like, if I asked you something now, would you say, yes, Dawn, I will?
You know, I feel like I'm walking into something here, but yes, Dawn, I will. You're a goer. Let's go.
Well, I have to tell you then, Channing Tatum, that you just agreed to marry my daughter, who had been with you. You're my son-in-law now.
And he's flying himself in. You don't have to pay for the flights.
Yeah, it'd be real convenient.
Channing, before you go, we must just mention your other film. This is The Lost City. It's out in cinemas on the 13th of April. And this is a big movie. Like, the cast is crazy.
Yeah, the cast is crazy. I got to check 2 bucket lists. I mean, look, Sandra Bullock, Brad Pitt, Daniel Radcliffe, 3 bucket lists. It's like Romancing the Stone. Yeah, me and Sandy get into it. It's fun.
Yeah, it looks absolutely great. And I say 13th of April for The Lost City. And Dog is out now. Channing Tatum, thank you so much for joining us. Take care.
Andrew, I love Tic-Tic-Boom, by the way.
I'll see you later. I'll see you later.
Bye. Oh, what a beautiful house.
Yeah, that's my son-in-law.
Oh.
Amazing. How amazing.
It looks a bit like a zoo enclosure. I was expecting a tiger to...
Just like, will he Airbnb it when he's over here? Check it out. Right, Johannes Rudibe brings us his solo dance show, Johannes Rudibe Freedom. So is it just you, or is it you and other people?
It's me and a cast of 10 people.
OK.
5 boys and 5 girls and 2 singers, so that's 12 all in all.
And what can people expect if they're going to see it?
Well, it's a melting pot of everything that I've learned throughout the years. I say that I've danced around the world, but it's the first time I danced to my own music. And that is the beauty about it. I've got all these African influences in a theatre setting. For the first time, I'll ever see that for myself as well. But it's just nice that I can be able to finally dance to my own tune. I've been dancing to Gloria Estefan. It's time. It's time to bring some Africa into it.
And it must be lovely that you're kind of off the leash in a way. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's every dancer's aspiration to obviously one day be able to headline their own show. I know it's a lot of dancers' dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't get opportunities like that where I come from.
No, and you're touring the UK. It starts on the 16th of March at Bridlington Spa, and now you're going all around the country. And I've heard that you've struggled with some of the British place names.
Yeah.
Well, no. I know I'm very bad at place names, but I would have thought something like Hull was one of our easier ones. But not according to this. This is you doing your promo.
Ho. Is it horror? How do you say it? Who? Ho. Ho. Do I sound ho? Ho. Hal. Ho. We are coming to Hull.
Amazing. I love that. And when you talk about you're stepping away. Is there any ballroom in the show, or is it all?
No, there definitely is ballroom.
Oh, there is ballroom.
I think we must give the people what they want and what they know. So, because they would like to see a top hat and tails.
Yeah, of course.
Or two.
Yeah.
Or two. But there's definitely going to be some feathers, a fan, and a pair of heels. It's all coming. That's why I say it's going to be a melting pot of everything that I know.
And when you talk about your African heritage, are they traditional dances you're doing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's where I started.
Okay.
I was not a Burman Latin dancer before. Before I was the...
I feel bad now. I feel bad. I feel like I'm poking you with a stick. But if we played in a little bit of music, could you give us a taste of something?
Oh, definitely.
Excellent. Okay. So, should we just start the music, or...?
Go for gold.
Okay, start the music.
Go for gold. I might have to take off that now. No? It goes. Hey,
Beautiful! Fantastic. I mean, that is so impressive. That's so impressive. I tell you, who else can bust a move? Andrew Garfield. You talk about going on Strictly. No, don't worry. Don't worry. No. That isn't where we're going.
I'll hold the hat, so I'll just...
No, but you talk about going on Strictly. I'd say you would win it, because we've got this clip, I hadn't seen it before, of you and Michelle Visage, who you met on Drag Race.
Oh, yeah.
That you did this, she does this Work the World tour, and I don't know why, but you ended up on stage lip-syncing to Whitney Houston. Oh. Check this out. Do that all the time.
Just get me that Oscar and we can...
I'll sort it out, Dan.
No, it's so impressive. It's so impressive. But now, Johannes, what I love about your story is because as a little boy deciding to study dance, whatever sort of dance, you could never have imagined it would grant you the opportunities it has.
Absolutely. Oh, my gosh, Graham, I feel like this is so far-fetched. Even being here tonight, I'm just like, No, it has been absolutely beautiful. Like I said, we don't get such opportunities back home where I come from. And also, there's not lots of prospects for dancers, isn't it, around the world. It's only when you come to the United Kingdom, and unless, of course, you're on Strictly Come Dancing, are you ever going to be able to put in a show on stage and call it your own and people buy tickets? No, that does not happen. But I'm just so grateful that I'm here and it is happening for me.
It really is. It really is. Johannes Odibe's Freedom starts its UK tour on the 16th of March. Enjoy it. You deserve it. Well done, sir. Rob Beckett is also hitting the stage, but not for a while. He and our good friend Josh Widdicombe, they're taking their podcast, Parenting Hell, to the AO in Manchester and the O2 in London. I read with interest, 2023.
Yeah. Just, yeah, so people can get babysitters. It's going to be high demand for babysitters in London. No, but because of the COVID, there's all the backlog of shows, so that's the earliest we could get, so...
Wow.
Sorry.
And is it just those 2 dates?
So, well, it was just those 2 dates, but they've nearly sold out now, so we're going to put more on next week. So they went on sale today, but I think they're nearly gone. So.
I mean, that's fantastic.
I know, we can't wait. So we're really excited, because we started it in lockdown, and it's, you know, moaning about our kids and them being a nightmare. I think people really connected with that and enjoyed it. So it's quite fun. It almost feels like a big sort of party with everyone that listened over lockdown and stuff like that. So.
And it strikes me that when you had your kids and they were bad behaved, that must have just made you angry or frustrated.
Yeah.
Now, is there a bit of you think, content?
Yeah. Well, because there's always something going wrong with your kids or something, they're doing something, so now it is quite handy, because I think, well, that can just be something to moan about on the podcast. But they're really getting into swearing at the moment. Love it. They find it so exciting to swear. So I allow them to say one swear word a day. And they'll say, Dad, can I say the word? And then they say it, and then that's it done. So it was sort of because they're obsessed with the word piss.
OK.
Because in my book, there's a photo of me sat under a sign that says piss here, and I'm sat underneath it because I'm a laugh. I don't know if you know, a bit of a laugh. I just like having a laugh. And so they saw it in the book, and I forget, your kids can start to read after a while. And that catches, because they get cleverer than you. So my daughter went, why did it say piss? I was like, oh, no, she can say it. So now I let them say piss once a day. Okay. And they love it, and it's great, good bonding.
Does that explain this video? You posted a video.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So this is your girls have gone to bed quite quietly.
I thought they'd... Because, you know, sometimes it's carnage getting your kids to bed, but actually, like, they've gone to bed quite quietly, which actually does raise suspicion. But then when I went upstairs, they'd been doing other things.
There we go.
I thought, God, they've gone to bed well. And I've come upstairs, seen this, and piss written on the wall. Twice.
My darling children.
You must be so proud.
Yeah,
very proud.
What I love about the podcast is, like, this is what made us do it. You watch people lie on the internet all the time, don't they, about their kids, and it's like, oh, we're doing some yoga and we're tidying up, but actually they're horrors and it's a nightmare. And your house is a state, but on Instagram it always looks perfect. So I quite like sharing that to go, you know, look at my shithole house, and
It's a public service. It's a public service you're giving.
It's a public service, you know. My pain should be your, you know, your joy.
And so that's you back on stage. And Dawn French, you're not just back on stage, you're also in a movie, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
yes. We can see you currently in Kenneth Branagh's Death on the Nile.
Yes.
Now, I have to say, I studied this poster for some time. Because you have a big part. And I was like, where the fuck is Dawn French? He's not here.
I know. Where are the two suspects? They're up there. The two middle-aged fat women are at the top there.
But also, I'm not a trained sailor, but if everyone stands on one side of the boat, it will list like that. That's dangerous. That's a lot of death on the Nile right there.
It is, yeah. It was great fun. It was great to be with Jen, you know, to travel in with her every day and to have little sneaky... But Annette Bening is in it, and Sophie Okonedo and Gal Gadot. And, you know, when you look at people like Gal Gadot, she has claimed to be Wonder Woman. But I am Wonder Woman. I did show her my sketch of Wonder Woman. And she bowed to me. I think we all know.
Very good. Death on the Nile is out now. Very good. Right, it's time for music. This Aussie pop star has sold over 10 million albums worldwide, and her 90s hit Torn remains one of the UK's best-selling singles of all time. Here performing Nothing Missing, it is Natalie Imbruglia!
Mountain to climb. Did you ever stop to consider things were always fine? Some you keep to learn and some you need to forget. And if it's not alright, you know it's not over yet. And I feel all eyes on me. But can you deal with all the pieces of me that you never see? There's nothing missing here, no. There's nothing missing here. So don't come looking for it, 'cause you won't find it anymore. You're looking for something broken. You're looking for someone in here. Don't come looking here, 'cause you won't find it anymore. Won't find it anymore. You can hold it. It's like water in your hands. It can take a lifetime just to understand. Well, anybody can be anything, but make no mistake. If you tell yourself you're broken, then you just might break. And I feel all eyes on me. Can you deal with all this new responsibility? There's nothing missing here, no. There's nothing missing here. So don't come looking for it, 'cause you won't find it anymore. You're looking for something broken. You're looking for someone in here. Don't come looking here, 'cause you won't find it anymore. Fear, gotta let that go, just let it flow. And I tell myself I know how to do that. Fear that I'm nearer to the truth these days, but it don't mean a thing if you don't want to change. There's nothing again. There's nothing missing here, no. There's nothing missing here. So don't come looking for it, 'cause you won't find it anymore. You're looking for something broken. You're looking for someone in here. So don't come looking here, 'cause you won't find it anymore. Won't find it anymore. 'Cause you won't find it anymore. So don't come looking here, 'cause you won't find it anymore.
Natalie Imbruglia, everybody! And her band and her backing vocalist. Beautiful job. Come on over, Natalie, do. Oh, we're going to cheer for you. There you go. Oh,
Thank you.
mwah.
Hello.
That was gorgeous. Have a seat, do.
Hello.
Thank you very much for that. Lovely to see you. Welcome along.
Lovely to see you. It's been a while.
It has. So that song is off the current album, Firebird.
Yes.
There it is.
Yeah.
In your actual vinyl. And this is out now, but it seems incredible. It's 10 years since you brought out an album of original songs.
Yes. I lost my confidence. I actually got writer's block for 5 years. Wow. Which I didn't even think was really a real thing. I'd heard about it. And then this dress is really big, isn't it? And then, yeah, so I couldn't write a song for a really long time, and it was terrifying.
And did something unlock it?
Yeah, I went to Nashville, working on Firebird, and I just thought, throw me in the deep end. I've written in Nashville before, and it's really intense and amazing. And I thought if I do 10 days straight in Nashville, and then I wrote this beautiful song. I wrote some not so great songs. There were a lot of tears. And then I wrote this song that's on Firebird called When You Love Too Much, and that was a real turning point for me, because I was like, that's actually quite good.
Yeah.
And it was so great. And when you've lost your confidence for that long and you get it back, you know, you're okay to say, that's pretty good. And it was a nice feeling.
And now, you say that dress is big. It must be so lovely to be performing without a giant panda on top of your head.
Yes. Oh, goodness. Oh, panda, I missed that.
Did you know the other people in it?
No.
But, like, so it's a secret... Like, it must get so tedious keeping it a secret from everybody.
You have to wear a visor, a jumper that says don't speak to me, a balaclava, gloves, I'm not joking. And so I just got really into it. I had an American accent, probably a bad one. But from the moment I got in the car, I was in an American accent through all the way there. Where
did the driver pick you up from? Like the side of the road? It must have said, who lives there? Natalie Imbruglia.
From the zoo, you fool.
Oh, of course. Where else would you pick up a panda for?
Panda enclosure.
And now you are going on tour. Any chance it's 2022?
I'm going on tour October this year.
Oh, very good.
Yes. It's just a few shows to celebrate 25 years of Left of the Middle, my first album.
Is it 25 years? Get out of town.
I know.
Tickets are on sale today, apparently.
That's right,
this
today.
very day. Are you going to Hull, by any chance?
No.
Oh, what a pity. Johannes, it was lovely to meet you there. Listen, good luck with the tour, Natalie. Thank you for that performance. Good luck with everything. Natalie Imbruglia, everyone.
Thank you.
OK, that is nearly it. Before we go, just time for a visit to the big red chair. Who do we find there? Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi, dressed to match. Well done.
I wanted to be a floating head. So.
Very good.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica, lovely. And where are you from, Jessica?
Bermuda.
Bermuda, you say? And are you here on holiday?
No, I live here, unfortunately. Yeah.
All right. And what do you do here?
I'm a podcast host. The podcast is called I Can Relate with Jessica Burns.
I've lost interest now. Well, she got what she wanted. She got to plug her podcast. She got to plug her podcast, and yeah, she got what she wanted. Well, that's what she wanted. Yeah. If you'd like to hear more from Jessica, it's called. That was horrible. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Anyway. Oh, here we go. I apologise. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Jenna.
Jenna. Do you have a podcast?
No.
OK. And where are you from, Jenna?
Live in Aylesbury.
Aylesbury, lovely. And what do you do in Aylesbury, Jenna?
I'm a sexual health nurse in London, actually.
Excellent. This is more like it.
It's all cleared up. Cream sorted it.
Oh, tripped up all over the carpet. All right, Jenna, off you go with your story.
So, when I was living in the nurses' accommodation, I was moving in with a friend, my best friend Sean, and my parents came down to help me. 2 carloads of stuff, so took the first carload to the new flat, came in, walked into my flat, only to find my mum and Sean facing each other at the window with a big pink vibrator on the window ledge. And I just said, "Why have you got that out?" And my mum said, "Well, I thought it might have been, you know, a posh soup stirrer." And I said, "But I don't understand why you got it out and why it's in the middle of the room." And she said, "It's your fault because it was in the box labelled kitchen accessories." So, yeah.
That's quite good. I feel that was a better story than we gave it. So I'm going to let her walk. Yeah. Yeah. See? I was harsh.
Yeah.
I was kind. Harsh, kind.
It's a nice balance. Oh, this is a nice story, wasn't it?
It was a nice story. With the kitchen accessories, it was a lovely little yeah. You can work that up. Yeah, it was nice.
It was a giant dildo.
Yeah, there you go. Well done, everyone, with your chair. OK, that really is all we've got time for. If you'd like to have a go in that chair yourself and tell your story, you can contact us via our website at this very address. Please say a huge thank you to all of my guests tonight. Natalie Imbruglia, Rob Beckett, Johannes Ordive, Dawn French, Andrew Garfield, and Channing Tatum. Join me next week with music from Regard and Years, Normal Peoples, Daisy Edgar Jones, Drag Races, RuPaul, and Oscar-nominated Benedict Cumberbatch. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
And Rob's back on Sunday with his new Radio 2 show. Listen on BBC Sounds from 5. Well, there's more from Graham over on BBC 3. Now it's a rusical on RuPaul's Drag Race versus the World. And here with Comedy with a Difference as Bill Bailey's joined by a barbecue and a bin of wonder. Larks in Transit's next.